is Dr. Harman, one of the instructor at Dental101. So today in this video I will show you the strategy how to proceed with the task if you got a 1/6 ammo caries preparation and 1/5 composite restoration. So in this video we will show you how to proceed with this task. So first what I will do, first I will prepare a cavity on the 1/6. As in this video we got a tooth 1/6 M plus O, but in exam you will get a 1/6 ammo, but because we don't have that tooth, because one dental doesn't provide that tooth, so we have a M plus O. So I will show you the ammo cavity on 1/6. So in this video first I will proceed with the cavity preparation on 1/6. So first I will just prepare a occlusal cavity on 1/6, but I will not break the contacts. So I will preserve the marginal ridge, and then after preparing a composite restoration I will break this marginal ridge. To prepare a occlusal cavity, which is mesoocclusal cavity, but I will preserve the marginal ridge and start preparing a cavity on 1/6. Now I'm preparing the step without breaking the marginal ridge. So still I preserve my contact with 1/5, but I'm not breaking my marginal ridge, just making a step. Take a round burr, and with the help of round burr I'll just make a ditch from the proximal surface. I'm just concentrating on the proximal box. I'm not concentrating on removing the caries. So at this moment I'm just concentrating on the proximal box. So if in other way, if we can prepare our caries cavity first, and then we will start with the composite restoration, then it's a chance that we may not get our composite contacts. So that is why I just preserve this marginal ridge, and now I will start with the composite, and then we can remove this marginal ridge. Because otherwise, if you just break this marginal ridge, like you prepared your cavity first and then you start with the composite restoration, then after building your composite proximal area, your gingival clearance like you can lose your gingival clearance. After that you may need to prepare more, like you have to go to deeper, because then your band can go more to, because if there is no tissue over there, then your band will go more towards the cavity. And in other way, if you first prepare your composite and then you start preparing your cavity, in that case while preparing your box you may damage your composite proximal area. So I think this is the safest way to do if you got a 1.5 composite restoration and 1.6 cavity preparation. So now I'm going to start a composite restoration on 1.5. Okay, so like in this video I'm not just I'm not concentrating on caries removal or composite restoration. I'm just the motive of this video is to show you how to approach this task if you get that same task in exam, the same scenario in exam. So I'm just concentrating more on how to prepare a proximal box without damaging the restoration contact, or how to get a composite restoration contact with the 1/6 tooth, with the, if there is a cavity preparation, if you need to like prepare a cavity in 1/6. So now I okay, so now I'm okay, so now I'm building my proximal area with composite. Okay, so proximal contact area. building my proximal area with composite and like all around the band, so that I cured my composite. So now I'm done with my proximal contacts, like I'm built up with composite restoration. So I'm now going to remove my band. Now I removed the band from around the tooth. So now you can see the other motive to keep this marginal ridge is just to check like the height of the marginal ridge with the composite is same as the adjacent tooth. So now we can got the same height with the composite the adjacent tooth now and we got the contact area. So now it's the time to remove the marginal ridge. So now what I will do, I will just place a wedge guard in between the tooth, and then I will remove this marginal ridge. Okay, so why I'm placing this wedge guard in between, so that I can preserve the my proximal area of my composite restoration, so I won't damage the restoration while preparing the proximal box or while breaking this marginal ridge. So now I will take the straight fissure burr, and with the help by very gently I will just break this. Removing the unspotted enamel. The enamel hatchet, so I'm just removing this unspotted enamel. And now I'm removing my wedge guard. So now you can see this proximal box, I got the gingival clearance, but also the same, I also maintain my contacts. This contact is break just because of the inclination. As you can see in this type jaw, the tooths are not inclined like properly, so these two teeth are just bit outside. Otherwise you can get the contact area from both side and got the gingival clearance. And so this is how we can proceed with this scenario. If you got the same scenario in your exam, this is how you can approach this scenario. So if you start with the like caries preparation first, in that case if you make a box, then after when you start preparing your composite, then you were not able to make your contacts, or if you can, then you will not get the idea of your marginal ridge as well. So this is the best I think approach to maintain your contacts for the restoration, as well as your get your gingival make your proximal box. Because otherwise, if you start preparing your composite first just to preserve your contact, in that case there is a chance that you may damage your composite while preparing your proximal box. So in this case, I already prepared my proximal box before removing the contact area, and also I got the access through the composite cavity to prepare that proximal box. And then because at that time there is a enough space to prepare that proximal box. I have enough space and I had no fear of nick my adjacent tooth or damaging my adjacent tooth. And then I prepared my proximal walls of my 1/5 with the composite, and then I break this marginal ridge. So I think this is the best option, so you can see. And now I will continue with the I will remove my caries from this tooth, and because in this case I just need to remove the caries only from the dentine portion, so I won't damage my this restoration. Or you can place a wedge guard while just to make keep yourself on safe side, and then you can build up your composite on the closure portion. So I hope this video will help you to approach this scenario, how we can approach this scenario, and will help you out with that. Thank you.